Well, hello, THL. Friday night fights coming in ya. Hard and fast on this long weekend for us Canadians. Not sure if the Americans are celebrating Labor Day as well on Monday? Question
I don't know if
mark?
they can. Yeah, I don't know if they consider it something else or not.
Yeah, Memorial Day. Well, I don't know if it's Memorial Day. Anyway, so we're welcome to Friday Night Fights again. My name's Saku. I'll be your operator for today. With me tonight, thankfully, Corden, who had his computer glitch on him about 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So, how you doing tonight, buddy?
Doing well. Other than as you said, a little bit of a computer glitch in the matrix, as it would. Had to reseat the old graphics card and give it a good condensed air blow. So we're all clean and dust free in Corroded land.
Yeah, we had Brushy Tuna give us some technical advice, but
Yeah, I didn't take his technical advice.
no, it's good. Just for our viewers out there, Brushy's technical advice was to punch it. So,
Yeah, yeah. As you know, aggressive as that is, and
and
possibly could have worked.
it does fix some things, just
Yeah,
not that thing. So,
just might have cost me another $600.
yeah. So, but we're coming in with a few matches tonight. We have a Pro Series match in the Pink Conference with our friends there, Y the Hunter from Sheepies and Malahu or Mahalu. We'll bastardize that name for a quick second from Palm Locked and Loaded. We're gonna have an 8 p.m. break for a quick sec, and then we're gonna jump on live to just go over the new stuff that happened in Battlegrounds. Then we're gonna go back into the 10-minute delay, and then broadcast BGs for at 9 p.m. And then after that will be a match in Hero Series with JR Juggerlaw from Tampam Surf Slam versus Donde from what the heck was that? Oh,
Older,
it's Bolner Jams 03. So,
older jams.
so yeah, so it should be an entertaining evening.
Yeah, two very, very good players in Hero there. But all around, it's going to be a great matchup
Yep.
for what's going on tonight. Good mix. It's always nice to see, three series with obviously we get Battlegrounds quite often, but to have also Hero and Pro, we're just,
Mhm.
missing that thick legacy sliding into the 8 p.m. slot. But
Yeah.
that is okay on a Friday. Sometimes these things happen.
Yep. That's right. And we almost, when Corden had his computer troubles, we almost didn't have a stream.
Yeah,
So
it was yeah, just like it's yeah.
one of
We've
those
done it
hiccups.
before.
Yep.
Luckily, it was a quick and easy fix. I would say just had to
Yep.
deal with a little bit of nonsense. But we're here, we're back, and we're ready for Friday night fights.
Yeah, so I know the players are just starting to try and find each other to do the challenge. So this gives us a quick moment here to look over their deck lists for a moment. So as you
Yeah,
can see on the screen, we have Y the Hunters Warriors band with Mullahoos Shaman band. I lost the verbiage there for what Shaman. I've been listening to
Sh-
Raven too much on GMs. I was going to call it Shaman. So
Shaman. How can you
yes,
forget about the Shaman?
I don't know, but Shaman it is. All right, so let's rip over to the deck list screen. So if you want to go over some funky things that we noted during our
Yeah.
review.
So it's very interesting. We're gonna have six unique decks. We're not even gonna see any class mirrors coming out from these two players right now. For Mulahu, we're gonna be seeing the Cthulhu Miracle Druid, a Garrote Rogue, and a Warlock that, it's your seed Warlock, but it doesn't necessarily look very standard, I would say. There's a Gadgets and Auctioneer in this one. We're also running one free admission with no demons. So
Okay.
it feels like a hyper draw warlock with the free admission to auctioneers. You've got the spice bread maker for a little bit of heal. Soul Ren can obviously rip through the deck extremely quickly if you're up against some aggro, but as we go to Why the Hunter's decks, he's not really playing aggro. He himself is playing a little bit of spice as well.
Yeah.
We've got the Fell DH, which, okay, Fell DH. You got a Magtheridon in there, which usually is a hedge to beat some of the decks that like to flood the board.
Mhm.
You've got Quest Shaman, we all know, love, maybe you don't. And then we have a Paladin. Now, at first glance of this, you've got your Prismatic Jewel kits, you've got your Alliance Bannermen, your Catacomb Guards. Saki, you and I were like, oh, hand buff. And then if you look a little further down, we've got a Lady Liadrin
Yep.
and a Libram of Hope with one Libram of Judgment, aka Libram of
Get 'em.
Gid'em.
Yep.
So, what do you
It's
think, Saku? Kind of mixing a little bit the old with the new in this Paladin.
yeah, I think it's their own little spice and maybe what they've seen successful in either tournaments or on ladder itself. It's just I know there's a few key components maybe they've seen that this particular class and deck list, kind of rolls over either druid or a rogue, or we can't say this warlock because this warlock is not your atypical. So
Yeah, I don't really even know what to say about the Warlock. It is like I said, it's got your bristleback, so there is the
yep,
core of the seed in there. Backfire's clearly going to
yep,
accelerate you towards your quest.
free
You
admission.
do
Yep,
have the Baron
yep,
Scavengers. There's no Flesh Giants. There's no Antherodon. There's no Battleground Battlemaster.
right.
This seems like it's a quest warlock deck. If I were to say I wanted to play the quest and have the quest win me the game, this is what I would probably be looking at here.
So almost
Um,
would you almost classify it? It just dawned on me. It's like almost like a mill warlock.
yeah, the only reason it's weird that I wouldn't say it is because it doesn't have the Altar of Fire, the 1 mana burn 3.
Okay. Yep.
So maybe if you're Mulahu, that could have been teched in, and it definitely could have burned. Like, seeing this Demon Hunter could have burned some extremely useful pieces. Even
Yep.
in the Paladin, you could burn the Liadrin or a Hope or something like that. Clearly he had no idea what his opponent was bringing, but no, yeah, I'd give you a mill. It's not even I don't know if you can classify a mill. It's just more like a draw
Yeah.
warlock,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Because you're not milling your opponent like, the mill rogue of old with
Right.
cold lights and shadow steps and all that great stuff. But
Like discard warlock or whatever it was called a
yeah,
few times ago. But
um,
anyway.
it's going to be interesting. I'm very curious to see how it does, because if you give Warlock the time to just kind of sit back and do its thing, it probably will just win.
Yep.
The Paladin will most likely be the best matchup going into that Warlock, but it is Conquest, so the Warlock's just got to find one win, and I don't think Warlock is going to struggle to find one
No.
win.
No.
Um,
Warlock is gonna roll through pretty easy. Well, I wouldn't say easy, but anyway, it's one of those
yeah,
things.
I think truly the biggest struggle for Mulahu will be this rogue. I haven't played a ton of Garrote Rogue, but I know there's a turn that just kind of has to explode.
Yep.
Um, and there's a lot of healing in the Fel DH. There's a lot of healing in this Paladin. You can even discover healing from the Shaman.
Hmm.
So if there's enough tempo, or I guess not tempo, but there's enough pressure put on the board by Why the Hunter, I don't know how successful this Garrote Rogue is going to seem.
Right. So I'm just double checking with the two players. They had some connection issues with not being able to see each other on the list. So
As you do.
they were testing their band decks. Obviously, it's just to make sure things were working fine. So just hit them with a message, and as soon as they say they're okay, then I will tell them to they can start. So
Oh, it is.
see eyeballs, but again, that's them testing.
Right.
All right. No response just yet. So
It's okay. Hopefully nothing too crazy. We fixed the friends list, but there seems to be a lot more. Like, you have to add people through the client rather than through Hearthstone while it is open.
yeah,
Um, It's kind of a weird. I don't know what happened to the friends list and when it all went so wrong, but it seems to be okay.
Yeah, get a weird
Oh,
message.
yes, the chat option. I encountered that myself. I played my legacy match last night, and the new update, every time you log in, you have to allow the enabled chat.
Okay.
It is very strange, and I believe the only way that it pops up is that if you go to message somebody or they message you.
Okay. Interesting.
So best to do everything out of the battle net for the time being, I think, if you're adding people um, or speaking, even Discord to talk and stuff like that, because just seems to be a few too many hiccups when it comes to the friends list on Hearthstone at the moment.
So yeah, after they fix the friends list, sort of, we got to deal with the chat box. Okay.
Yeah, so every time you log in to talk or to do something,
TIL. So
it's a little silly.
yeah.
It's just a little silly.
All right. So the players are backing out in a second.
Awesome.
Doing battle with a friend.
Who are we going to have first?
Right. So Malahu or Mahalu, however way we pronounce it. We're just gonna call it Mullah for short. So they're going to be first to spectate with Y the Hunter at the top of your screen.
Very nice.
All right, just gave the players the go ahead with the good luck, have fun. And
Waiting for a few eyeballs here, but
I noticed that at least the friends list is not jittering at this time of night with everybody getting home from work and jamming some Hearthstone while they're having a
waiting for their hour to come up.
Yep. So here we go. We're almost. Get head faked. There we go. All right. Malahu TV.
Malahu Twitch.tv.
All right. Here we go, Gordon. So we got Paladin versus Rogue.
All right, we are getting in here.
Paladin versus Rogue. Okay.
It's going to be interesting. This Rogue is going to have to weather a very aggressive storm, which I think Why the Hunter is just going to start playing a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's just going to start popping off.
Yep. And good thing for, I guess, Malahu with the neophytes there, getting a couple of them, but not a really great start.
Yeah, the best thing about that is that it makes this Shroud of Concealment so much better.
Yeah.
But it doesn't hit exactly what he wanted to see, and that being the Og Merchants and the Octobot. So,
right.
A bit of a whiff on that one, but we do have a Kazakus now in hand, which could definitely help fight back the board with a turn 5 Golem.
Mm-hmm.
But some nice neophytes here are going to be able to slow down the pressure from Why the Hunter.
Oh, but just in time.
Yeah,
almost.
Alliance Bannerman, though, is going to be hitting some very key minions here. Goody Two Shields and Samuro.
Really? Good old Samuro.
Not too heavy.
And also, yeah, Righteous Protector picked up in hand as well. So Why the Hunter's starting to get a decent little
buff. Yeah, some buff in this
to the hand.
That's right.
Yeah. So we'll see how Mulahu decides to play this. I don't know if you want to coin the Kazakus simply because you want to be doing something on 4 and 5, but it's not too bad.
Oh, doing the wow.
Just putting as much pressure on board. I do like this play. This is adding quite a bit to the board, and it's going to allow Woolahoo to trade off
Right.
when they need to. And why the hunter now has to, there's one thing, and it's when Paladin gets behind is one of the worst experiences I think Paladin has ever faced. Really, the biggest way it can come back is with Samuro, as well as you do see the animated broomstick in hand for a little bit of a swing potential with some of these divine shield minions that can be played out.
Reporting for duty.
The light dims, but we fight.
Protector coming down with the broomstick to regulate.
Yeah. It's going to be a full clear as well as the
Buffing
pop
the
of the
minions.
prismatic
Yep.
jewel kit. Yeah, so only 2 minions in hand with two hands of dolls. All right, I assume we go into
Rush.
a 5.
Yep.
Rush seems good. And draw 2 cards is interesting because we are getting low, and
Yep.
the rogue definitely needs to start cycling. I think he's thinking between
The deal 3. Yeah.
If he took the poison, the deal 3 is very strong, especially into a deck that is running such like a heavy set buff paladin with the Librams and stuff. But I just think at this rate, if you've gotten a 5/5 down with some draw, you're okay.
That's what he ended up picking. So
yeah,
Rush
draw 2 is very nice.
I was always going to say, do they shadow step the Kazakus to see if they generate more?
You could.
Because this one's coming out on 5, right? The Golem's coming out on 5.
Yeah, so what he could also do is hold that Shadow Step because you do have like a decent Golem. You could rush, value trade, step it, and then next turn play it again. You could get 4 cards out of this Golem.
Yep. Ooh, there's Plunder. That's good.
Plunder is... Could Kazakus... See what we pick up. Second Garrote and a Swindle drawn into hand. We do have the preparation, but... Might wait a turn for this more of a pop-off. Definitely see a Shadow Step here if we care about the Golem over the Kazakus. I like the Golem because you've already made it.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, and it's going to come down for a lot cheaper. You'll be able to trade as you can Plunderer into the Divine Shield off of like a Swindle, Prep Swindle, Plunder. There's quite a bit that Woolahoo is going to be able to do next turn. So why the Hunter has the Libram of Gibbum drawn into hand with the Lady Liadrin, and the hand is looking a
Pretty
little
big.
bit awkward. Yeah.
But they are on turn 6, so it's not... I guess it's one turn off of doing things, but for the bigger...
It's a turn off, but like...
Not going to prop that. Yeah.
You can't hand of a doll. You can, but you trade the Kazake, so you could hand of a doll the Goody Shoe Shields to get it back. The Divine Shield. You could also just run the Samuro in here, which is one of your best ways to fight back. And then really at that point, until you find more to do, I mean, you're not playing Liadrin until you see hopes. I'm not playing a Broom until you see a little bit more as well, so kind of an awkward turn. Ooh. Doesn't look like we're going for the value.
Okay. Not popping the bubble, but there's field contact. Okay.
Oh, wow.
That's a good one.
Very good.
Yep.
It's interesting. If there's a line that we were going to take from Why the Hunter, I think I might have just liked to see the hit and then buffing the Goody Two Shields. In this case, we've pushed an additional 6 damage and we've taken care of a minion, but this is still a very obnoxious minion, and there's no coherences in this deck for Woolahoo. There is no easy way to kill this 6/4 Divine Shield.
Oh, another Shadow Step. Hog Merchant coming out.
Yeah, we do have the Efficient Octobot in hand as well. So going to be able to really rifle through this deck. And there is, I don't know if you saw that there, but that's a Mailbox Dancer.
It is, yeah.
Golden, by the way.
Popping the bubble, Plunder to throw the 4 damage at it. And Why the Hunter looking at a decent sized board with 9 damage floating at him.
Yeah, we do have the Samuro for a little bit of to just win this board back overly, and the pickup of the McGurgle Prime is actually, or just the McGurgle, sorry, is super nice because we do have the Blessing of Authority in hand, and that is just going to be so difficult to remove.
Yeah. All right, Samaru coming down.
Yeah,
It's a 2-1.
One of these babies here and clear the board. Oh, that's a really good draw. Is he gonna go off?
Gonna go.
It's quiet.
Efficient is sufficient.
A little shy on the mana.
Probably.
Simply because this is our own. Oh, he could Shadow Step the Mailbox Dancer, I suppose.
Nope. Og Merchant.
Another Og Merchant picked up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to actually get more discounts out of the Octobot here.
Yep.
Sufficient.
It's a bit awkward because you're really not. Yeah. Oh, this is weird. Yeah, I think he expected to draw more cards with the Octobot, but unfortunately, that is a frenzy, not a.
That's right. Feel free.
I don't know if I like the step on the Octo.
Choose soon.
Well, Garot's coming out in full force there, both of them.
Yeah, 6 shuffled into the deck, but we have used both of our big spell damage minions. We have used our Kazakus Golem, so those Garots are really just going to be the 2 damage. I don't think they're really going to be anything else, and there is a lot of healing, as we see, or as we know in Why the Hunter's deck. He's also just facing down 10 damage. It's 11 damage. So
not including the hero power, but
I mean, you could Barov. No, that seems gross. You got to deal with this Trapper. You can't let the field contact. You can't let the field contact stay alive.
Right.
And
Let me think.
So you just pop it with the McGurgle and the 3/2 with the McGurgle, and then weapon up.
Yeah, it's because you want to kill the Octobot with the spell damage as well. Oh, he's gonna go for the.
Okay.
That we must. Okay, yeah. So Samurai's just gonna trade there, and then I think we hit the Octobot. I hope we do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get that off
can't
the board.
leave that up. That is a lot of damage if he does find ways to hyper draw through the board. And does he get this Barra? Oh, reinforce. Okay, fair enough.
Wide board, make him choose. Oh, there's 2. There's 4.
Oh my goodness. Is it time? No, it is not. Field contact, looking for the field contact, got the field contact, prize plunderer. He's about to pop off again, but no spell damage out there, Saku.
Nope. So, Brain Freeze going to take care of the Samaru. Oh, Octobot. So,
And hit it. I think that would be too many cards.
yeah.
Oh, I kind of like the swindle here.
What I want.
Oh, and gets the Og Merchant draw to pop the McGurgle.
That's an upgrade. Probably.
Really?
Okay. Dancer's coming out again.
The Samuro gone. Not a ton of great ways. This is going to draw Libram, I believe. Yes, there is the first Libram of Wisdom. Haven't seen or said that in probably 3 months.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's been a while. And we haven't seen our good friend Penflinger. You know, it's been good.
Yeah.
My ears have been very happy without the "Hey loser."
Yeah,
So-
I've been happy not being called a loser, but Libram of Hope actually is really what I think why the Hunter was hoping to hit there.
Yeah.
And know all their Truth Seekers as well. So these Librams of Wisdom are very expensive. I mean, facing down 11 12 with hero power at the moment, so
Oh,
just concedes.
ops for concede. Okay.
I mean, there were, I think, pretty much only Garrots left in the deck. Not being able to kill the field contact essentially meant that game was pretty much all but said, because you can't really deal with the board. And I mean, Mulahu, he gets the road through, the one that I thought he'd have the most
Trouble with.
difficult time with, but
Yep.
I mean, piloted it like a absolute pro.
All right, so we're just waiting for them to queue up. I'm expecting Druid for Mulahu in this case.
Yeah, the Druid coming into like the Feldy Age or the Flex Shaman, you're pretty happy. But into the Paladin, this is probably Paladin favored. It's going to come down to if Mulahu can really get the nuts draw as the Druid.
Yeah.
Because why the Hunter is just looking to hit face in this matchup. He really doesn't care. I honestly don't even care about buffs in this matchup. You just want board pressure.
Yeah.
So
2 brooms is not
hopefully-
good.
brooms are not good, so I would assume we would see those gone. Nature Studies resizing touch, very nice
Yeah.
for Mulahu. Looking for a little bit of the overgrowth. Finds a celestial alignment, but you don't really want to do that because that sometimes can just be a free 8/8 with taunt.
Yep.
All right, a little bit of a better start here for Mulahu. Find some of the I would
Resizing
say-
touch? Oh.
unnatural. Yeah, looking for Innervate, Lightning Bloom, but wow, 3 misses.
Got 3 bricks. There you go.
Brutal. Pounce is just, ugh, man.
Oh wow. It's
Wow, Aldor Attendant off the top. Libram of Wisdom. I do not miss playing this. I used to call this Book Paladin, and
Yep.
I just was so upset. Gonna be able to Park Panther, deal with this a little bit more, but there's a Goody 2 Shields. There's a Carol Rome. There is a Samuro in hand, so
yeah.
I don't know how much Mulahu can actually. And wow, there is a room pickup.
Timely broom pickup, but he can't play it.
No, can't play it. Goody Two Shield's going to come down, but actually the Pounce pickup is going to be able to allow him to deal with this.
Wow. That is it's pretty fortunate, I guess. It's just a brick.
Oh,
a
if
bro-
he goes Nature Study, he might just be letting it fly. Wild Growth or
Resizing?
another resizing. What are you taking here?
Wild growth, I think.
I
But
agree.
resi-
Your hand is very weird.
Unless you want to spend that one mana right now, but you're not going to get anything out of it, so. And that's what they're
Yeah.
opting. So
Yeah.
another pounce or lightning bloom.
There's the blue.
There we go.
I mean, the Pounce is if you want to survive and trade off some early minions, but Lightning Bloom, I mean, you basically just recycled this into a Lightning Bloom.
Yeah.
Going to be able to deal with this. And ooh, Alliance Bannerman is great.
Bannerman.
You might see Rome come down just as a 4-man, like just as a nice tempo play.
Tempo,
It is
yeah,
an awkward minion to deal with.
Yeah, because Rome's at 3, and even if you.
Let me think.
Yeah, I was going to say you can put the Libram on there, but it's not discounted enough yet. So.
Yeah. I don't hate. I think we could even see. Oh, with that
Oh,
draw,
man.
yeah. Okay, I was gonna say I wouldn't mind the broom because you're really not using broom for anything else in this matchup.
Yep.
Well, now we could Celestial Align here, Saku. I don't think we will be.
Which one? The left one or the right
Oh
one?
my God, she is.
He is going. Okay.
This is a very, very interesting play for Mulahu because he is now overloaded. So usually your first turn as Shaman, you pass anyway, so that's fine.
Yep.
But he, like, if there's a Libram of Judge or Wisdom that just comes down here, that's it.
For the Alliance and my family.
So he is going to see Carol Rome. That's going to discount the Librams 2-0. I mean, they were already 1, but
Yep. They're going to be 0 now. So
going to skip this turn as well.
wow. Okay.
I mean, he's getting very fortunate. I would love to see this Knight of Anointment come down to find a Libram.
What are we finding?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Play it.
Yes. Oh, yeah. You
Yeah.
go face and you play this on your Rome, and Rome never dies. Like, actually never dies.
So, see the why the hunter if they decide to go that route there.
You could spread out, so Rome isn't your only big minion. You could make like the Bannerman something bigger. Why the hunter could just play it a little bit slowly too.
Yep.
But there is no way.
Well, I guess the only way that why the hunter would lose, I guess a thick minion would be the destroy a minion from Cthulhu, right? So
yes, and I mean that's the biggest thing. But with the board that why the hunter is creating here, you can actually just throw this on the Gurgle as well, since it can't attack this turn anyway.
Yep.
And it skips. So
wow. So this is
this
is upsetting. So
that is a lot of damage.
yeah.
Even with a Solar Eclipse Feral Rage gains us 18. Gains us 16.
16. Yeah.
Puts us to 26, and we're sitting at, I mean, are we alive in that
We're
case?
21.
We are.
Yep.
We are alive in that case. So Solar Eclipse and Feral Rage. Well, you're alive.
One more turn. And then you gotta
that's gonna give us Librams and a Blessing of Blessing of Authority.
Blessing of Authority.
And I don't think we've played anything else. Oh, but they're gonna cost a lot. But that's fine.
What's gonna cost a lot, dude? Or zero mana? What the hell?
I meant the Authority, but
I know.
the Librams, the OG of mana discounts.
So it's another 5. Yeah, okay. Probably on the 3/3.
I think it doesn't really matter at this rate. I mean, it is good to just get them on one person, so that way if they do kill that one minion, like this is a 5/5 that if it's killed, you get all of them back, and they're not awkwardly spread out across all of your.
Yeah, I mean this is pretty much done as it is because of the.
There's a Malagos into draw into some amazing pop off turn.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. No, that's we're gonna align and yeah.
There's a line that was drawn and that was it.
And that's kind of the problem with playing Druids with Celestial Alignment is if you do it on a Warlock, if you do it on a Demon Hunter especially, right? There's these big minions such as Brute or a Giants that can just absolutely punish you for setting them to 1 mana. And Paladin is not something you typically think of, but if you get the right hand buffs down, especially with the greedier list that why the hunter was bringing, kind of staked himself there, unfortunately, Mulu.
Fear the coming
Shaman.
Feel the power of the wild
Versus
world.
Druid as well. Again, there is an Anaconda, a Fungal, and a Nature. That is the biggest keep. This is the fastest keep I've ever seen.
I think they full mulligan.
What a
joking.
What a hand. This is the dream hand here.
It is, yeah.
The only thing you could ask for is like if your Fungal Fortunes doesn't hit your Malagos, which is okay. There is no Germination in the deck for Muluhu. This is your standard Miracle Druid, so not going to see like a massive Lady Anaconda pop-off turn until we see the alignments and things like that come down.
That's right. So with why the Hunter, for instance, they're probably going to mulligan the Cabal or the Canal Logger.
Honestly, pressure is good.
Okay.
And I think why the hunter might be thinking, does he have time to keep this stuff? If I saw a lightning bloom in hand, it'd be an auto keep for me. But simply because you don't, I do like that. A Serpent Stride's just going to be a nice way to keep the quest cycling, especially like lightning bolt pickup. It's not the best, but it's okay. There's the alignment that we've been talking about.
Growth.
Oh, I do, yeah. They're able to fungal fortunes the turn after and get off to a really, really strong start. Turn 3 might be a wild growth after that.
Yeah. Piston shell coming out. Trade in some.
What a sight to behold.
Why the hunter knows what's up. So.
Yeah, when you see the discovered into the pre-nerfed wild growth.
Yeah. Lightning bloom. Lightning.
Yeah.
There we go. Yep.
I do like blue. It just allows you to, especially at this rate, you need to use as much of this like reset overload as physically possible.
Oh, goodness, look at this. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean this is
lightning.
This is the hand. No, because you're probably going to bloom the celestial alignment.
Gotcha.
As I alluded last time to, you don't want to make alignments on things with big minions. Well, Shaman doesn't really play big minions. And if anything, it's the absolute worst because when they overload themselves, they can't play any cards. So for instance, if we see a Serpent Shrine portal or the Feral Spirits come down right now,
that's it.
That's why the Hunter then has to basically pass turn back. Mulahu will be overloaded themselves, but Druid misses that first turn regardless, pretty commonly. And Cthulhu piece is being drawn in here, and I just, this alignment's too good. The only thing, like, really the best thing I would be looking at here is you don't have more ramp, but you have a Lady Anaconda.
Which is going to discount all the natural cards
she's
anyway.
going to be able to just Fungal Fortunes are going to draw you amazing cards. Cenarian Wards are just going to be amazing.
Oh,
and there's the okay. Next turn, Mulahu, we're going to see how his APM fares because it's going to go crazy. Feral Spirits drawn in is very nice. We can actually Serpent Shrine in Feral Spirits and get rid of your overload. Very nice use of the mana. Gives you a very full board that has to be answered. But Mulahu does have the answer in the Heart of Cthulhu. Wonder gonna go with the Novice or the Primordial. Don't know if I like the use of the Lightning Bloom there. I might have liked to hold it on a turn where you needed to be able to do a little bit more.
What to do?
I do like the Serpent Shrine and the Feral here. Engineer to see what you do draw. There is the Charge Call and a 1-mana Slogger, so that's a lot nicer on the board. And
get the Wolf Sun. Oh no!
I think the Charge Call possibly. It plays a little bit nicer into not allowing yourself to be. Okay. I do like Holding Burn because there can be a bunch of tots. Oh, Nourish. Oh, okay, here we go. Dude, she looked at Darude Sandstorm because Mulahu is about to test this APM. Okay. The body. So that's 3 out of 4 Cthulhu pieces drawn. Gonna clear up the board. We have Solar Eclipse into Cenarian Ward as well. Yeah, this is looking to be very challenging for Fly the Hunter at this point now. We're going to see what 8 drops we get. Cenarian and Jace.
Kind of low rolled on the.
An innocent.
Yeah, some don't typically see something like that, and this is kind of what I was talking about. Now, why the Hunter has a bit of an awkward turn because he has to deal with this board, and the Novice Engineer is only going to make this Primordial Flame go up to 4, which is really only going to clear 1 minion. 25% of the time, you clear 1 minion.
See what they decide here.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. This is where this Lightning Blue kept last turn might have been something you could use just for a little bit more mana. Charge Call is going to get us a 5-drop here, which, like, Ogremancer?
Yeah. Which would be beneficial in this particular case, getting those 2/2s flying out of there. But
Yeah, but I mean, 11, 18 is 21 on the board, and I mean, why the Hunter's sitting over here saying, I gotta clear this Anacondra? Little does he know, there's really not much more pop-up Mulu has in the hand, and an Intervene and a Resizing Pouch. Yeah, it has to kill the Anacondra. Gonna overdraft to open up that 1 mana, and does he get the charge call off? He does 6 mana. I like Ogre. Do we get the Onyx?
What is that?
Okay, Frenzy kill 1.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah, we can't deal with it other than popping the Frenzy. Resizing Pouch. I guess if we can go Feral Rage, Pouch, and look for Armor Up. Would be, I believe, lethal. Does not find it.
What
Lair is.
A lair is okay.
Let me just take a lair. The
Victus, yeah. Oh, I ended up taking Frenzy. Okay.
Yeah, it's all okay. I think a lair might get cleared a little bit too easily by the Paladin.
Yeah. But they got too much to deal with. They got 23 on the board right now. So
yes, yeah.
And none of it. They're going to get rid of one of them, and it's a.
Can Serpent Shrine the 6/6 trade in, and then actually we'll be able to kill 2 minions. Can then do the Feral Spirit to hide behind, but then, yeah, you're technically alive at that point because you have to double trade into the Feral Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a nicer option. So I think you want to Serpent Shrine the 6/6 first because I still believe you could actually, the Navajo Brave could clear the Thune body, which would 100% kill you.
Right.
And Serpent Shrine could actually get us a ton. It could get us. Oh no! Yeah. So yeah, that's
unfortunate, but
yeah, that's why I think I like the Serpent Shrine earlier. This is gonna get us the
three taunts. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, this could just go face though.
True. Oh.
Oh, a goody 2 shields.
Okay.
And Bracan in the hand. Whoa, we ripped the Primordial Flame.
Yeah.
I don't know if we had to rip that. Oh, that's game. Oh, that's so heartbreaking.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, why the Hunter tried to find his outs there, I do think hitting the Serpent Shrine first into the Toraho, I want to say Navajo, but it's the Tauren Brave, would have guaranteed 2 of them surviving.
Yeah.
And I think you were still dead to that top deck regardless.
Now we get to see how this Warlock works.
Yes, we are going to see the full lineup here from Muluhu. Coming into the Fell DH, again, it's kind of a who can draw their stuff first style of game.
Yep.
I think the Warlock is probably a little bit favored, but just because it can kind of sit back but I mean, there is also a Magtheridon. There's a lot of ways Muluhu can deal with this Magtheridon.
Well, we got. I just noticed Illy Dilly in the hand.
Yeah, Il'gynoth. The honestly, it's sad that he got nerfed, but still just a decent 6-mana 4/8. I was actually playing my legacy match last night,
Oh, yeah?
and just threw him out there as a 6-mana 4/8 as a tempo, and he got 2 attacks in Saku, which is 16 damage.
Just
So-
letting them hang out. I gotcha.
Yeah, it's just I was out of cards, and I'm like, you know what, grip it and rip it.
Yep.
And it worked very well, but
Yep.
both double backfires in the hand here.
Wow.
I'm gonna draw him up to a full 10 cards and the rod. The question is, do you burn the coin? I do like that. He's saying, I think I have everything I need. Gonna be able to play the Ruined Mithril Rod next turn into a backfire the turn after, and Mulahu seems like he is on the correct direction. Why the Hunter? That's a Magtheridon.
It
That's
is.
what I see from his side.
Is there a way I didn't look at their list. You see right there.
I believe just the immolation auras more than likely. Immolation auras or even like Fellscream blasts with Arcanist. You definitely need to do it with Talon Arcanist, but this isn't.
Yeah.
Ooh, Tamsin Rome's actually quite a massive burn. As well as his Magtheridon's gonna make the Raised Dead pool for Mulahu very awkward.
Yeah. You could be pulling your warders back into existence.
Mm-hmm.
So I never tried this before. So if you used, Raised Dead and you got that back on the board before they killed the other 1/3s, would that work?
It does because the 3 of them have to die.
Right. But if you
it counts as a 1, 2, 3. So really, all you're giving them at that point in time is another opportunity to here's a solid heal 9 coming out. That seemed more than okay. And I'm gonna coin the life tap. Okay.
Interesting.
It's good to get the quest going, but we also have the backfire with the rod in hand. It's not going to proc on the next draw, and we're going to go up to 10 cards. I don't think it's going to be too bad for Mulahu, but it's definitely not the way I think I would be playing this Warlock deck. But it's also not running the Netherion. It's not running the Knolls. So having a full hand doesn't really benefit you too much.
No, you're just trying to grind the rod down, I guess.
Saku, that's a skull.
There's a way.
Yeah. Do you skull right now?
You have to. If you don't do it now, you're never playing that skull.
Yeah, and you get a huge chance to pick off these 1/3s.
Everything you draw here, other than another skull, is playable.
Goodness.
So next turn, we actually don't have anything amazing. The double talented Arcanist is quite a bit of damage. We do actually have, if we find a Fellscream Blast, we have a full combo on turn 9.
Oh, here comes
Gadget. Again, a Gadget is interesting, but you've got a full hand. You burn Tamsin, so you don't get 0 mana shadow cards. So we're at 9.
Tap, damage, School Spirits.
This is going to proc.
That one's a dangerous card to have. Yeah, I was going to say School Spirits right now. You don't want to proc that at all.
No, but you can't play. I mean, you could just play one of these Bristlebacks. I think you're just playing this Bristleback. Goal shear. All right, just gonna give it back over.
Interesting.
The I-beams does now cost an actual 0 with the constantly costing 1. So, trying to think with the I-beam how much damage we'd be able to do. Because we're still 1 turn away from the I-beam would be 3,
I know there's a way.
6, 9. Double would be 18. So if Mulahu gets close to 18, we've got a
Yep.
lethal in hand on turn 8. We also do have the swing from the weapon, so it'd be 22. He's one off lethal right now.
Wow. Okay.
Sorry, for next turn. Next turn, he is one off lethal.
2 turns away from. Okay.
I kind of just like. Don't want to. You just. Honestly, using one of these I-beams on the 1-3, swinging, like just keeping yourself as alive as you possibly can is probably the best in this situation. I think you can get your other Aldachi Warblades into your hand. It eliminates a bunch of cards from your hand as well. And just fire this I-beams out of one of these 1-3s. Just get yourself as healthy as possible. Okay.
It's just so weird to see the 1-3 stay on the board for so long and nobody wants to touch them.
Right? I mean, they've just constantly pushed damage to Y the Hunter, but he doesn't care. I mean, one I-beam's just, heals him back up to whatever damage these 1-3s are doing. It's making Mulahu's turns very awkward because he Soul Rends here, and, well, now there's just a Magtheridon on the board.
So this is kind of a cool, I guess, a cool thought process of it's kind of staggering Mulahu's ability to kind of just go off, right?
Yeah, and he's also playing a Warlock with no Giants.
Yeah.
So, yeah, look at him, how he's respecting these 1-3 Saku.
Yep.
And actually, 25, he is not dead now.
Getting rid of.
He's not dead now. That was like, unless I counted incorrectly, so you get 3 from the I-beams, an additional 3 from one of the Arcanists, and an additional 3 from another Arcanist, which is 9 in total. Plus your Moarg doubles that damage to go to 18. And then you swing with your weapon, dealing 2, as well as doing 2 lifesteal, which should be 22 damage. So, yeah, not quite lethal. Mulu actually just getting out of range of lethal there.
Yep.
But the more time that Why the Hunter has, because as soon as a Fell Blast comes into hand now, the game is over.
Right.
Fell Blast is going to be able to do the combo no matter what Muluhu does, and no matter how much he heals to. It's just going to be a clean 36. With the Arcanist, is actually, I believe, a 72 or a 48. I can't remember the math on it exactly.
No Fell Blast. Again. How many cards did he get?
If he uses both of these, yeah, just to get this Magtheridon online, maybe.
And that's going to cause Muluhu to
gotta react.
Soul Rend.
He's actually at 11 cards with 10 coming into hand. Ooh. That's a wicked pickup. Deals with the Magtheridon so nicely.
Free admission? No?
Well, that's very interesting. The second Immolation Aura actually procced on the Magtheridon as well.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So Bristleback going to come down here. I don't know. I think I would like the full 6 heal that you get from the Bristleback. Healing for 2 here. I mean, there really isn't a break point between 28 and 30. Being if Muluhu can do 28, he can do 30. Is essentially the line there. We actually shuffled Soul Shards into the deck, turning these Brutes and Scavengers off. And do we have it now? With the Fury, could be it. So it was 22,
21,
plus,
somewhere in that zone.
He's actually, so it's 18 plus, it's 5. Yeah, it's lethal.
You just got to count it up. So tell us how it's lethal.
So it's double Arcanist with your I-beams, get you to 9. Plus your Moarg will double that and get you to 18. And then you play your your Fury, which gives you 5 attack, which is actually 10 damage to face. So there's 28 sitting in the hand of Y the Hunter right now. He just has to see it, and he has to play the Fury first. Because if you play the Arcanist and play the Fury, you proc the spell damage and you completely lose it out. So let's see if he can see this lethal right now.
Oh,
No.
Amidst the flames, only we shall.
I don't believe he was one off there. We had 9 mana, and that was a 9 mana play. So yeah.
no hit.
Oh, okay. Well, now we definitely see it. There is no possible way we do not see it right now. And
They can't.
Mulahu is still part 2 of the Warlock quest.
Yeah. So
And
I thought they were in part 3 for some reason. Anyway, part 2 it is.
yeah, he unfortunately hasn't been able to damage himself all that much. Has really been healing and not being able to play. Like, this is a backfire that was in the hand from turn 2 or 3, I believe, and just hasn't been able to be played.
Possibilities.
So here we are.
Yeah, I mean, I from Mulahu's perspective, there are still 12 cards in the deck. So, I mean, you're going to be able to heal back up to 23 here. Yeah, 23. Double Scavenger is going to come down. I mean, you feel like you have a decent
Chance.
hold on the board here, but this is a full combo from Y the Hunter here. Everything's in the hand. Just going to do it with the Fell Screen this time. Not going to do it with the I-Beams. I don't believe.
I bet you can do this.
I believe it is 48. It might be 72.
30. 30 for that.
30.
Games.
Dirty 30. That would be... Yeah, just a clean 30. So there was really no way Mulahu was getting out of that one. Clean 30. I suppose I'm thinking if there was a second Moarg, it would get to the 72
Gotcha.
mark. So that was only double the 5. So 3 minions. So you go 5, 5, 5, and then double the 5s each minion takes is 10, 10, 10.
Yep.
So that is 30 clean damage. We've got something, Saku. You know what we got?
Do. We got THL's favorite saying, Game 5.
Game 5. Somewhere Brushy Tuna is smiling.
We're having a beer of sorts. So,
Having a beer. Exactly. All right. Warlock versus Shaman. Typically very Warlock dominated, would you not say, Saku?
I would say so, but with Mullahu's different inclusions of cards, it's interesting. It's still the base, I guess. The base of it is still cool, but
Yeah, like you said, it is the base of it here, but there's actually a few more minions that Y the Hunter could interact with these. Perpetual Flame is really the driving force, I believe, in the Quest Hunter. Being able to clear a board as well as get rid of your overload with an overdraft or even part 1 of the quest.
yeah.
So, Spice Bread Maker is going to be able to do it. And a lot of the time, I mean, if I'm Y the Hunter, oh man, it's tough. You're a turn away from doing something really nice. Lightning Bloom, playing the Canal Slogger.
Yeah.
It completely overloads you, but you can actually complete the whole thing next turn and get some aggressive. Word.
There we go.
Oh, guidance.
Guidance. Definitely take both, whatever spits out of it. X is awesome. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, Hex is very good. I mean, it's really only hitting scavengers, right?
Yeah.
So we will have to see. I do like that Y the Hunter's playing a bit more cautiously, because if he just goes absolutely insanely in and a Soul Rend hits him next turn, as you know, Mulahu has the coin.
Yep.
So it's going to be interesting to see what he chooses to do.
You almost got to try and, well, I guess with Ray's dead, I was going to say try and draw out those the spicy bread makers, but with
But
Ray's dead kicking around.
there is little time.
Yeah, I don't really know what Mulahu wants to raise that in this matchup. I feel like it could be the spicy, but I don't know if you're too worried about your health total a lot of the time. There is quest completion. I do like that play. This makes Soul Rend a little bit weirder. Soul Shears are going to be able to come out with a Mortal Coil to clear it up. So, you almost want to run like a Rod is fantastic in this situation.
Okay. So how many to proc the next part? You're fresh.
3 again, I believe.
Yep.
So can't do it this turn, but it depends on how you want to play this. I mean, a Serpent Shrine portal is great. I also just like keeping Serpent Shrine because if you do get Brew Khan, it's just 6 damage and it's just an additional 2 minions. Well then, hello, Tavish. I don't
Tavish.
think we're going to have too many beasts attacking from Why the Hunter's perspective, but it's kind of just an awkward minion. Soul Rend does clear it up, but
yeah, it's a thick minion. 2/5 is
he's
not easy to get off the board if you don't have Soul Rend in hand. So
he's kind of there, and I don't know if you want to pull the Soul Rend on this board. Kind of a weird turn.
Oh, there's Tasman showing up.
Yeah, burned last game. Could have maybe done something last game, but
Ooh, there's a backfire.
There's the backfire. Yeah. Wow.
Hello, my precious.
Yeah, I mean, backfire Rod and into pretty much a full hand is more than you could ask for.
Yeah. So why the Hunter?
I really like if he just sits back here. I don't mind Feral Spirits. It's okay.
Just proccing your quest a little bit more, right? So
yeah, because there is, a little bit of burst in the hand of Why the Hunter. Nothing massive. Definitely going to be hoping to get some of the like investment opportunity cards. There's the Soul Rend. Going to be able to get rid of 5 cards.
Drain, Fragment.
Okay.
Touch is not bad. School Spirit's not bad.
Yeah, kind of dodged good. I mean, we already have the Scavenger in hand. We do have a Spice. So all in all, probably the best burns that Mulahu could have hoped for. But Marsh Spawn, there's a card.
I wonder.
What do you think of the Quest Shaman builds going around right now, Saku? You've got the straight up Quest Shaman, which is no minions really other than the Novice Caster. And then you kind of have the ones that run a lot, like Wand Maker, as well as his Marsh Spawns, as well as the Enchant's Sorcerer. The 3-mana 3/4 discover if you have a quest. And then there's kind of this list, is why the Hunter kind of feels like he's married them together. So like out of those 3, what do you think is kind of the dominant quest hunter?
That's a good question. From a personal experience, I like this deck more. It just seems to generate more cards and more chances for you to, get your quest online faster. But see what they do. Okay, I was just checking to see what card came out. It was just evolving. So
yeah, devolving. I mean, it's probably going to be really good, actually.
yeah.
Especially when he starts to drop these Baron Scavengers, which he can do in 2 turns. Actually, he can do it right now. Well, you would you can Soul Shear, actually. Play the Backfire. Draws you in, and then your Scavengers become 0, which is actually a bug. I don't know if you realize, if you know that. They're always supposed to cost 1. They're not supposed to cost 0.
Okay.
It's very similar to I-Beams, whereas if it's in the outcast position and the discounted, it costs 1. So these Scavengers are actually supposed to cost 1. I know they are going to fix that in the big patch coming up.
You get accustomed to the smell.
Yeah, I never really noticed that before, and then until you just mentioned it, it's like, yeah. So the card reads costs 1 while in your deck, or has 10 or fewer cards, so not 0. But that was so it shouldn't reduce itself less than 1 because of the rod, right? If you're still there.
I am here.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, no. I'm just looking around at what's. I mean, there is ways to deal with this board. I guess the Fireheart draw makes him second guess if he wants to pull it.
Yeah. Would you devolve first? Or
Yeah. I mean, you could devolve after. You could also just find devolve.
oh, it's kind of a hexing here seems slow.
Yeah, you definitely have to deal with this in some way, shape, or form. All right, gonna go with the devolving missile. See if we can clear this up.
Ooh.
That is not what you want to see. And now I don't think you've left yourself enough time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lightning bolt.
Yeah, lightning bolt's tough to use there. That gets rid of a lot of burst potential.
One overload away to completing the quest while
Haven't heard of me?
we're on track. Nope, 2 raised deads in the hand, so that'll basically get on to part 3, sorry.
This should be part 3. Yes.
Fresh out of the oven.
All right. Thanos coming down.
Yeah, this is quite the board. I mean, we kind of have to go on an instructor turn here.
Yeah.
Guidance is going to be good for when Brucon comes down next, just to give us a refill. And I mean, the chances you don't find an overload card is
Pretty low.
very unlikely, but
Yeah.
it can happen. I think you just got to go in on this Fireheart.
Thinking about it some more.
What to do?
Yeah,
Ooh, okay. Perpetual flame.
Okay, Perpetual Flame is a big hit. It only misses. Technically, actually, it doesn't miss if we play the Brucon.
So play Brucon, do Perpetual Flame. That should clear out the.
Yeah, it will.
4/6,
Even if it hits
yeah.
the 4/6, it'll cast again and then guarantee. The only thing is you'll be overloaded for 1 more mana.
Yeah.
The elements on
So I mean, he's
I
gonna
don't
be
think-
overloaded.
I don't think why the Hunter has a choice right now. So
There's not a lot. I mean, you kind of could sit back and let him kind of do whatever he wants. Because what burst? You know the cards in the deck. There's not a lot of burst that's going to come out of the hand of Mula. Now
True.
you're overloaded for 6 mana. You've only got 3 to use next turn, and like that's your no fin can stop us. I don't know. It seems kind of awkward, but we'll see. Race says going to bring a frog and a crimson hothead. Not the ones you want to see.
no.
It's
You're
not-
hoping for your bread baker people, right? You're
Yeah, Bread Baker, Tamsin, or even I mean, we did get one of the bristlebacks last
yes.
turn.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Thinking of how to deal. I mean, still has to deal 3. Is going to be able to definitely deal 3. Yeah, I just don't think Why the Hunter has enough time anymore.
Let's see.
Nature waits
Yeah.
for no one but
What are they drawing out? Oh.
Okay.
I'm
I
of cards.
think that just.
Game.
I don't think
Yep.
he said this turn
Excuse me.
because if you tap. Oh, he can't actually. He's got to play the 1 card. But tap's gonna give him Tamsin in hand. Possibly draws the 2 shards. Yes, and the last card would be the Mortal Coil.
With the big
Actually,
discount.
he can't play Tams in this turn.
Okay.
Is there a world that Instructor deals 30 damage, Saku?
You've got me fired up.
If we watch What If on the Disney Plus channel, there's a high chance.
Okay.
Let's
I
work
mean,
it.
you go. You gotta go. You can't wait.
Yeah, you're in trouble
Never
now.
be
So
afraid of your inner power.
You need damage. Anything that says damage. Okay, overdraft is great because you can just overload the absolute
Could you
like,
repeat?
massively out of your hand with this lightning
we go.
bloom. I love this play. Draw the investment opportunity. See what you get. Perpetual flame.
Ooh.
Rip it and grip it. Novice. You
Keep
just
going.
play everything.
just dump
Play all the
your
stuff.
hand. Yes. Rip it and rip it and just go.
All right.
Wow.
Gonna be able to deal 8, 12, I believe. 13.
13.
Oh, because of the spell damage.
Oh,
14
boy.
off the top. Oh. Rockbiter. Okay.
Okay.
We're digging.
Rise.
That's 6.
We need 10 damage.
Oh,
Little
We're there. Oh, come on. Throw it.
that's 8.
It's not enough.
Oh my goodness.
Overdraft. Did
Oh,
he
he
get it?
came back. Oh my goodness.
No
Wow.
way. There's a world.
Bro.
Saku.
Wow.
What?
That was incredible.
Oh, by Why the Hunter.
Wow. They got
And
heart
off of
palpitations.
Why the Hunter becomes a level 30 Shaman on my friends list.
Oh.
Wow.
That was amazing. Wow. Okay. Whew. That was exciting.
What a game 5. I definitely thought he was out of there. Like, kudos to Why the Hunter for holding on to Fireheart for so long in that position. There was no way. I don't think he was getting out of there without of man. Wow.
That was incredible. I'm still flabbergasted just by all the choices that Why the Hunter was given or provided during that whole string. Wow.
Yeah, and he had to go, right? I mean,
Yeah.
APM Shaman. It's a apparently it's a thing.
All right. So Y is good. So we will invite them here. So it's pretty late for them. So we don't want to keep them too long. All right. Here we go.
Yeah, it's 1 a.m. for them, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's creeping up on 1 a.m. 2 a.m. maybe. Good morning. How you doing, Why the Hunter? If you can hear us. No. Gotta get your mic set up, fella.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
If you
Just have a few technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just trying to gather himself before, making the big introduction here. Just what a fantastic game 5. I'd be hyped if I was Why the Hunter.
yeah.
Gotta take a walk. Gotta cool down before you come and see the masses of THL.
Shake off the APM jitters. So
Yeah, exactly. Shake it off and then collect yourself. Buy some water on your face.
yeah, you can just type in chat there if your having microphone troubles there. Why? So and there was a possibility that they were playing on their mobile, so sometimes changing over is a little bit difficult.
Yes, yeah, it's the Hearthstone still. Oh,
There we
hello?
go.
Yes, here I am. Yeah.
Hey,
How
It's a
are
good
you?
time for my internet to shut down right after the game.
perfect. Yeah,
Congratulations on that fantastic match.
Yeah. Thanks. I'm still a bit stressed out, but
And
I,
trying not to fall asleep at the same time, being at almost 2 o'clock in the morning over there.
yeah, it's a little after 2 now. Yeah,
Yeah.
and the adrenaline from especially that last turn is
Yes.
still going through my veins.
Yeah, I bet.
yeah. We got into that turn, and I said to Sako, I said, "Is there a world where he does 30 damage with a Fireheart?" And I thought it was very, very difficult, but man, you made it look very easily. Some hot 8 p.m. at 2 in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah. Like beforehand, I already recognized the Bloom and the Diligent Note Taker, so I knew I had 60 mana to work with, and yeah,
Yeah.
from
Have
there
you
it was just
hit?
hoping.
Let's say,
Sorry.
have you hit with a bigger overdraft before? I think you hit for a
Yeah,
14 overdraft.
yeah, I did.
Yeah, that was insane. I mean, the spell damage came in absolutely clutch there. But I gotta say, holding on to the Fireheart was really a great play there. There were some turns like when he threw down the double scavenger as well as the brute. I definitely was thinking, oh, you kind of just have to rip the Fireheart here. Like, walk us through what made you hold on to the Fireheart? Was it just you thought you would have needed her to end something like that?
Um, yeah, both that and also in general, like the Warlock, like they don't do, especially this list without Battlemaster, they don't do any extra damage from hand. So you can just like count on the board like how much damage there is, and then if you're not dead, you're never dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So
exactly.
like yeah, I could just count that I was alive, and then I knew I had to go for my outs to like go for the Brukan and try to get the lethal from there because like I knew I was dead in like 1 or 2 turns. So yeah.
Yeah,
And
no, it was
I was actually holding on for the note taker to maybe get it with a charge call or to get like some 10 drops, but
Mhm.
like this was even better
yeah. It turns out
because
double lightning bloom.
yeah,
You get 14 drops after that, right? From the call.
yeah, that was even better. Yeah,
So
because yeah, yeah,
I was just gonna say, what you can walk us through your paladin card choices if you can.
yeah, sure.
I'm just kind of curious about the what we call
Any specifics or
just the
just in general?
uh,
I'm interested in the Libram inclusions as of late. We've seen it,
Yes.
a few paladins. There's always the discussion between hand buff or secret, but you're bringing a whole different discussion, and that's Libram. So, is that for the aggro matchups? Is that for Warlock in general to try and play an 8/8 Divine Shield taunt while healing yourself? Like, what are you going after for this paladin here?
Yeah, in general, I wanted to be good against aggro. And yeah, this paladin, yeah, should be quite good against aggro, of course, but also still have some game against other paladins and maybe yeah, also demon hunters and stuff, because yeah, you still have the divine shields. And yeah, I got this list basically like not a full list, but almost this list from Super Fake. He made the top 16 in the Master Tour.
okay.
Also with the Libram Paladin, and he actually went 8-2 with it during the Swiss. So yeah, it performed really well for him.
It's crazy
And
too
yeah,
in
it
an
was
open list as well, right? Do you think it would fare even better in a closed list format, or do you think that even just seeing the cards, they still have to deal with them?
well actually this afternoon. Like I also played a closed list legacy game
Okay.
with basically the same Paladin list. And yeah, they were quite surprised when I dropped my first Libram stuff on the
Yeah,
board.
They were waiting for the pen flinger coming in behind that, or what?
yeah, just waiting to be called a loser 7 times, but no
Yeah.
penflinger in your version.
No, unfortunately, still nerfed. So
Yeah,
yeah,
no longer
they
goes
they
face.
yeah, and yeah, there are some other inclusions like the Varian is just yeah, it's just a very big minion with taunt, divine shield, rush, and draws you 3 cards, which is of course like one of the big downsides of
Mhm.
playing Libram Paladin, that you have very little draw. So and just like stuff like the Bannermen are just too good. Also the
Yes.
draw and the buff. They make the cut also in the new Libra list, I think.
Yeah, very very close to the hand buff list, but definitely cut some of that the more awkward cards as it would be to play that Libram list. I liked it. I really did. It was interesting to see the Libram of Justice, I believe, the 4 mana or 5 mana. Any idea
Yeah, for
why you
the
might want to have brought that? With Warlock playing Antherodons and Flesh Giants. Well, maybe not Muluhu, but anyway, more likely than not, the general Warlock list of playing bigger minions. What led you towards not introducing the Libram of Justice?
personally, I like more just contesting on board with the minions, and like also, yeah, you of course still have the barrel of play if you really need to, but in general, I prefer to just take the board early, especially against the Warlock, because they have some setup turns with like the first they play the quest, then they tap usually, and then preferably they play backfire. And then, yeah, in those turns, if you can get the board, it's really good to get some chip damage in.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And also, yeah, one of the biggest changes I made in this list is including the Libram of Judgment to just have some extra reach with the weapon.
'Cause that's a
Yeah,
5/3, right?
The old Libram of Get 'em.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what Ron Mexico calls it.
Indeed.
Yeah,
He calls
the
them Libram
Libram
of
of
Get 'em.
Get 'em, because you just get them for 15.
Yeah.
But no,
And,
it was excellently piloted. Just watching the finals of the insane Shaman turn that you found your way through, and wow, man, what a finish!
Thanks.
Is there any final words before you're able to
yeah,
get some
like-
sleep?
Well, I also want to say thanks to my opponent. He also played really well. I think like he got a little bit unlucky in the Paladin against the Druid game
Mhm.
with having the alignment but no follow up. So I think overall he also played really well. I couldn't really see any big mistakes he made. So that's also really nice on him. And yeah, hoping to continue our form with our team, of course, and go for the championship.
There you go. Yeah, because you're bro. As current right now, you're 4-0 in pro series, correct? Yes.
Yeah, personally I'm 4-0 indeed.
Yep.
And the team is also 2-1.
Yes.
And hopefully if we win this week again, we can even snatch that
Snatch a playoff
first
spot
place.
and go for fight. Yeah, exactly.
Right, chase down that first place team. So yeah, no, congratulations.
Yes.
Well, perfect. Thanks for joining us on stream, and really appreciate the fun game 5 that you. Yeah, I'm just starting to see some of the comments in chat now. That's 10 minutes behind, and it's pretty fun to see everybody go, oh my goodness! So it was
Let's
insane.
go. Nice.
All right, enjoy your night or
was
evening
indeed.
or morning.
Yeah, I'm going to bed.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.
Thanks. And hopefully see you later again.
You bet. Take care.
Bye.
Wow, that was I'd probably have so much adrenaline running through me. I probably couldn't sleep for another hour.
Oh man, yeah, I'd be going to bed sitting there just thinking. And I mean, on the flip side, Muluhu, you're sitting there racking your brain like that's 2 times that he healed to 30.
Yeah.
In the Demon Hunter matchup as well as the Shaman matchup. But unfortunately, that's just kind of what those were built to do. Although I definitely don't think the Shaman was built to do 30.
No, he's probably just you can't get there, can he?
Yeah,
You can't get there, can he?
And that's exactly what I would be saying, and I would be sitting in the same position. No way he gets there. No way.
Laid back, have a sip of your beer. Okay, it's, I'll probably be low, but I got this. It's all good. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. No, not that card. Nope. No, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Insane.
Yeah. So, well, that ends the first match of the evening. So we are going to pretty much end the stream for a quick second, and then we're going to go live with some Battlegrounds revamp. We got roughly about a half hour's worth, which is pretty good. It'll actually carry us over into the Battleground series. So
Very
Um,
manageable. Yeah, we're just going to talk about some of the new stuff. We have unfortunately missed a 8 o'clock game here, but that's fine. We'll
Yep.
go over some of the new stuff, what we can expect and what we won't. So
yep. Stay
see
tuned.
you in 10/2 seconds.
Yep. See you in 10 minutes, everybody.